So you've just received your first pair of hearing aids. You might be feeling a mix of excitement, relief, and if we are being honest, complete overwhelm. When you first put them in, the world can suddenly sound incredibly loud. The rustle of a newspaper, your own footsteps, or the hum of the fridge might seem absolutely deafening. I want you to take a deep breath. This is completely normal. In fact, if things sound a bit harsh and robotic right now, it means your devices are working. I'm an audiology specialist. Today, we are going on a journey. This is your ultimate masterclass on how to transition into your new hearing aids successfully, step by step. First, let's talk about the science. Your brain has been starved of high-frequency sounds for years. It has literally forgotten how to hear certain consonants like S, F, and T. When you put hearing aids in, we suddenly flood the brain with all this missing information. It takes time for your brain's neuroplasticity to rebuild those pathways. Because your brain is working in overdrive to process all this new sound, you are going to feel tired. We call this cognitive load. Listening fatigue is a very real symptom. Rule number 1, start incredibly slow. You do not have to wear your new hearing aids for 16 hours on the first day. This is a marathon, not a sprint. For the first few days, only wear them in a quiet environment inside your own home. Listen to the clock ticking, listen to the hum of the air conditioner. Let your brain gradually adjust to these soft, mundane environmental sounds. Do not turn on the TV. Do not invite a group of people over just yet. Rule number 2, build a graded wear schedule. On day 1, try wearing them for just 2 or 3 hours. Take them out when you feel fatigued. Add an hour or 2 each subsequent day. By the end of week 2, your goal should be wearing them all day from the moment you wake up until you go to sleep. Consistency is the absolute key to success. If you only wear them when you need them, like when going to a restaurant, your brain will never adapt to the baseline noise. Rule number 3, read aloud to yourself. I know it sounds silly, but it is one of the most powerful tools in your toolkit. Your own voice will sound very strange at first. You might sound like you are in a barrel or on a loudspeaker. Reading a newspaper or a book aloud for 15 minutes a day helps your brain recalibrate to how you sound. It teaches your auditory system that this new amplified version of your voice is the new normal. Within a few weeks, that barrel effect will fade significantly. Rule number 4, master one-on-one conversations first. When you are ready to engage, sit in a quiet room with one trusted family member or friend. Make sure they are facing you and the room is well lit. Look at their face and their lips. Your brain uses visual cues to help decode the audio signals it receives. This active listening eases the cognitive load. You will find that understanding speech becomes much easier when you combine the new amplified sound with lip reading. Rule number 5, tackling the television. TV audio is notoriously difficult, even for people with perfect hearing because of background music and sound effects. When you first start watching TV with your hearing aids, turn on the closed captions. This trains your brain to match the new, sharper sounds with the words on the screen. A great tip is to start by watching the news. Newscasters look directly at the camera and speak clearly without loud background music. It is excellent practice. Rule number 6, navigating the restaurant. This is the final boss of hearing aid adjustment. Do not attempt this in your first week. Restaurants are acoustically hostile environments. Hard surfaces, clinking dishes, and dozens of conversations overlapping. It will be challenging. When you are ready, strategy is key. Sit in a booth if possible. Sit with your back to the main room or the kitchen, facing your companion. This allows the directional microphones to focus on their voice. Rule number 7, manage your family's expectations. Your spouse or children might think putting in hearing aids instantly fixes everything, like putting on glasses. It doesn't. You need to communicate with them. Tell them you are still adjusting. Ask them to get your attention before speaking and to speak clearly, not necessarily louder. Remind them not to shout from another room. Hearing aids have an optimal range of about 6 to 8 feet. Patience from your loved ones is just as important as your own patience. Rule number 8, keep a listening journal. Your hearing aids will almost certainly need adjustments after the first few weeks. Write down specific situations. The car indicator was too loud, or I couldn't hear my wife over the running water. Be as specific as possible. Bring this journal to your follow-up appointment. Your audiologist is a programmer. With specific notes, they can fine-tune the frequencies and customize the settings perfectly to your life. Rule number 9, daily maintenance. Hearing aids live in a harsh environment. It is dark, warm, and humid inside your ear canal. You must wipe them down every single night with a dry cloth. Use a tiny brush provided to clear the microphone ports in the speaker area. Wax buildup is the #1 reason devices fail. If you have rechargeable devices, dock them carefully. If you use batteries, open the battery door at night to let moisture escape. Treat them like the sophisticated computers they are. Rule number 10, mastering the telephone. Holding a phone to an ear with a hearing aid can cause a loud, annoying whistle called feedback. You need to hold the phone slightly above and away from the microphone of the hearing aid, not directly over the ear canal. It takes practice. Better yet, if your devices are modern, use Bluetooth. Having phone calls stream directly into both ears simultaneously is an absolute game changer for clarity. Rule number 11, the car. Cars are noisy. Road noise, wind, the engine, it all creates a wall of low-frequency sound that masks speech. When driving, ask your passengers to speak clearly and reduce the radio volume. If your hearing aids have an in-car or noise reduction program, use it. Rule number 12, accept that it sounds artificial at first. A hearing aid is a speaker. It will never perfectly replicate the organic sound of a healthy human ear. Things might sound a bit tinny or electronic initially, but remember neuroplasticity, your brain is incredibly adaptable. Over time, it normalizes this input. What sounds harsh today will sound completely natural in 6 months. You just have to give your brain the time and the consistent input it needs to rewire itself. Rule number 13, physical discomfort is not okay. While the sound takes time to get used to, the physical fit of the device in your ear should never be painful. If the dome or mold is rubbing, causing a sore spot, or constantly slipping out, take them off and call your audiologist. We have dozens of sizes to find your perfect, comfortable fit. Rule number 14, remember your why. Why did you get these devices? It wasn't to hear the refrigerator running, it was to reconnect. It was to hear the punchline of a joke, the voices of your grandchildren, the dialogue in your favorite movie. When the frustration hits, focus on the people you are doing this for. And finally, rule number 15, give yourself grace. You are undertaking a major neurological and lifestyle change. There will be tough days. If you need to take them out for an hour and sit in silence to rest your brain, do it. Forgive yourself for the frustration and try again tomorrow. The journey to better hearing takes patience, usually about 4 to 6 weeks of consistent effort. But the reward is immense. You are quite literally reclaiming your world. Stick with it, you can do this. Thank you for watching Hearing Health TV. Please like, subscribe, and share this video with anyone starting their hearing journey. Stay well, take care of your hearing, and enjoy the beautiful sounds of your life. See you in the next masterclass.